Hello everybody. It's your boy, zardy. Today, I'm going to show you how I ripped my Zardy's maze model files, and how I set them up in Blender. You will need Asset Studio Mod or Unity Asset Ripper, a copy of either Zardy's Maze or Zardy's Cave, at least Unity 2019, basic Unity knowledge, better FBX importer for Blender, basic Blender knowledge and Blender itself. Download links for all of these will be in the description. Before we start, pick whether or not you want Asset Ripper or Asset Studio Mod. The difference between these two is that Asset Ripper provides scene files, but leaves a lot of messy aftermath during your game rip, and Asset Studio is a lot cleaner with its rip, but doesn't have any scene files. Anyways, launch your picked program. This should be very similar in how you actually get the files to show up. Just go to File, Open Folder, then go to your game's path. It should be something similar to C, Common. Dump all your assets into a brand new Unity project. You could technically reassemble your model using the parts gotten in Asset Studio Mod, but I personally find it easier to get it through the actual scene itself. Optionally, in Zardy's Maze only, you can go to the prefab instance folder and drag a prefab into the object viewer in a new scene to get your model. In Zardy's Cave, go to the scenes folder and pick a scene. It's easiest to either do this through the basic test or model test scenes, especially if you're trying to rip something from the memories part of the game. Do not try to load the memories scene. It will crash your Unity. Hard. Get rid of everything in the scene but your chosen model. In this case, I have picked this cool Christmas Zardy. You're then gonna wanna right-click in the scene name in the object viewer and click Save, as this way you won't overwrite the scene you stole the model from. Name it whatever you want, then, in the asset viewer, look for your newly saved scene. Right-click in it and select Dependencies, right-click in a highlighted item and click Export Package. If it exports any scripts or shaders, feel free to get rid of those. All we want is the mesh and the textures. Congratulations! You just exported your very own Unity package. Make a new Unity project. This is where you'll actually do the exporting. For some reason, when you have a lot of files in Unity, FBX exporting won't work. At least, that's how it is in my experience. At the top of your new Unity project, go to Assets, Import Package, Custom Package, then select your Unity package you saved to your desktop. This will import all the required items needed for your model. Then, again, at the top of the Unity window, go to Window, then Package Manager. You're going to want to search for FBX Exporter, click on it and install it. Now that you have FBX Exporter installed, it's time for the good part. Right-click in the model in the object view of your scene, and click Export to FBX at the bottom of the selection box. Make sure your export format is set to binary, and, optionally, that embed textures is checked. I recommend you export your model to a separate folder so the files don't clutter up your desktop. Now, let's move on to the Blender section. During this I'll assume you've already installed better FBX importer. If you don't know how to do that, go find a tutorial in how to install Blender plugins. Make a new Blender project and go to File, then Import, then Better FBX Importer. It should be as simple as just clicking on the brand new FBX you've exported. The bones might look a little weird, but it's as good as we're gonna get. Your textures might already be applied depending on if you checked embed textures or not, but if they aren't, here's a general visual guide in how to set it all up. If you have a specular texture, apply it to the metallic mode and play around with the roughness slider until you're satisfied. If you want your textures to look pixelated, make sure their interpolation is set to cubic. If your texture has transparent parts, set your texture's alpha to pre-multiplied, then go to the Materials tab and change your blend mode and shadow mode to alpha clip and settings. Don't forget to attach your diffuse textures alpha node to the principled PSDF's alpha node. Now, make them do whatever you want with the power of pose mode.